Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I was gonna say rare form. This is kind of like my usual form. So I'm doing an unhaul today. Basically, I woke up this morning, cried, had an existential crisis, realized I need a little bit of extra money in order to pay my bills, and then I've just been in a mood all day long today. So I'm like, what better time than to declutter my books, unhaul some things, sell some of these books, and complain about them to you guys. These are all of the books that I've been hoarding, that either I read, that I have no interest in rereading, or that I absolutely hated. So these are those books. A lot of them I've read recently and didn't like. Some of them are books that I've had on my shelves like forever. So basically, I only keep books that are at least like 4 or 5 stars. I really don't hang on to books that I felt like about. I only want to keep books that I absolutely love, that I might reread in the future or use for future videos for book recommendations. Like, I don't hang on to things. I don't hoard books. I know some people do, and that's totally fine. Like, what? No judgment here, okay? But first of all, I don't have the space, and second of all, I don't like clutter. So like, the less things that I have in my office, the better, which right now it's looking like a hot mess. But anyways, I'm just gonna go through and basically complain about all of these books. So if you wanna hear me rage, just keep on watching. Okay, so I have multiple piles on the floor here. First of all, let's talk about Paul Tremblay. So I read Horror Movie this last month, absolutely hated it, and then I sat back and I realized, wow, I'm really not a big fan of his writing. I have the Pallbearers Club that I am unhauling. This one, like, I kind of liked it at the time that I read it, but it was nothing. It was very long, boring, pretentious, him talking about how he has fantastic music taste, and like, it was basically just you're reading for like the very end and what happened at the end, and I just didn't like that feeling. So it's nothing that I'm gonna reread. It was just pretentious. I'm getting rid of it. Survivor Song, I haven't read this one, but it's been sitting on my shelf for literally years. Do I honestly have any interest in reading Paul Tremblay anymore? No. So this was my last one that I had to like read of his, and like, I'm just not impressed. And also this is about, it's like post-apocalyptic, I believe, which I usually hate those kinds of books. So this is just, I feel like another person could cherish this one more than me. Bird Box by Josh Malerman. I'm really not a big fan of Josh Malerman either. I'm sorry. Whatever. Bird Box, I liked this one at the time that I read it forever ago. Like, it was okay. Do I have any interest in rereading it? No. Whatever. It's just whatever. That I never read because, first of all, I got this from Pango and it was listed as like new. And look at it. First of all, I don't even want to touch this book. It is so sticky and filthy. It's turning black. Can you see this? The corners are turning black. It is filthy. The pages, completely yellow. Disgusting. This is nasty. I got my money back from Pango and I refuse to touch this thing any more than I have to. Like, it is disgusting. Shame on you. The people that list things on Pango as new, like new, excellent, and then you get them in, like, I have residue on my fingers right now. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, you deserve bad things to happen to you. You deserve to hit every fucking red light on the way to work tomorrow morning. Like, that's how I feel about you, okay? I'm 4 minutes into this video and I already need to go get a drink. Next is Until Summer Comes Around by Glenn Rolfe. This was like vampire vibes. Why can't I think of the name? Lost Boys? Yes. It was very much like Lost Boys vibes. It was okay. I liked it at the time that I read it. Is it anything that I'm obsessed with and need to keep? No. Sally fucking Rooney. Her books piss me off. This book pissed me off. This is one of the worst books I've ever read in my life. I have a full spoiler rant video about this book. I mean, this was terrible. I truly do not understand the hype. I mean, I respect you if you love her as an author. Like, I respect other people's opinions. Just because I'm screaming and ranting about how I don't understand something doesn't mean that I don't respect you. So, like, is that foolish of me to expect that respect in return? I don't know, but I just really don't understand the hype with her writing style. Her characters are very flat. She doesn't use quotation marks. It's just very flat, boring, just, I don't know. I can't stand her books. I will never read another book from her again. Another book that I really don't see the hype for is Absorbed by Kylie Whitehead. This is like this woman absorbs her boyfriend while they're having sex, and she starts like gaining his traits, and like no one can find him. She doesn't know how to get him back, and like that's the whole book. There's no resolution to the problem. Nothing happens. It's a book about nothing. I didn't care about the characters. Beautiful cover, stunning, but gave me absolutely nothing. I was going to unhaul Closer by Dennis Cooper, but after loving The Sluts, I kind of want to read the second book in this series. I don't know. I might keep Mr. Cooper because I feel like I might want to travel the world with him. Glamorama by Bret Easton Ellis. This is just a used, nasty copy that I received, and like, again, yellow, gross pages. Looks like it's been sitting in a warehouse for 85 years. Looks like a chain smoker like went to town on this book. It's disgusting. I do have a brand new, fresh, beautiful copy that I'm gonna be reading. This one is just nasty as hell, so I'm getting rid of it. Sociopath by Patrick Gagney. You guys know how I felt about this. I gave this 1 star. It's a nonfiction memoir about this psychiatrist that has antisocial personality disorder. There were very sketchy things about this doctor online, like very sketchy things about her credentials and just about her as a person, and I didn't know what to believe. So therefore, I just cannot justify recommending this one or talking about this one, so she's going. Diavolo, or however the hell you pronounce this name, Chris. Fuck this book. This was like the worst horror book that I read this year. This and Horror Movie were so bad. Horror Movie I also unhauled, by the way. It's already been sold and gotten rid of. But this was the other one. I absolutely hated this book so much. It's just a ghost that has piss yellow hair that's like turning things piss yellow in her apartment, and then like the main character is so concerned about how everyone pronounces Italian words, and it's basically like a Duolingo lesson where like nothing actually scary happens, and then there's just like family drama about how the class pet died. I can't with the piss yellow hair and the she turned the duvet piss yellow, and like, why? Anyways, the Heartstopper graphic novel collection. I mean, I liked these. They were cute. Don't get me wrong. They're cute. I recommend them, but like, I'm turning 31 this year, and like, I just don't really feel the need to keep these on my shelves. Like, cause I said, I am literally running out of room. I don't have space. So like, do I need these sitting around? Not really. Like, am I ever going to reread them? Probably not. I just feel like someone else could appreciate these a lot more. But they're cute. Like, they're cute. I recommend them. Just nothing that I need to like hoard. Night Shoot by David Sodergren. This was my book club pick on Patreon, and I'm not a slasher fan in books. I like slasher movies. I'm not a big slasher book person. It just doesn't do anything for me. I just did not feel connected to this at all. It was a book club flop, and yeah, I don't know. I know David Sodergren is like really hyped. A lot of people love his books. Like, all my friends love him. I'm just kind of like, I loved the horror. Amazing Amazing book. Love that one so much. And then I tried Dead Girl Blues. I DNF'd. This one I didn't like. I'm like, I don't know if this is really an author for me. But a lot of people love his books, and I respect him as an author. It's just like, this just did not do it for me. The Unraveling by Vi Keeland. If you've watched my recent thriller vlog, and wrap up, I absolutely hated this book. It's one of the worst thrillers I've ever read. It's just like typical dumb woman doing dumb things because she thinks that this guy is hot, and like putting herself in danger because she thinks this guy is hot, and like, this was so bad. This was so poorly done. I could not get over how awful this was. It just kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse throughout the book, and I was like, why? What is happening here? This one, I don't know. Do I want to keep this one? She's kind of cute. I'm like, I can't hoard things, but like, I don't know. I gave this one 3 stars. I don't know why. I kind of feel like I might want to hang on to this. I don't know. It has some commentary about abuse and like how victims of abuse feel. It is an unhinged woman book. This woman becomes like obsessed with another woman that was a victim of this man that abused them both, and like, it was very boring. It wasn't the best, like, most well-written book in the world. Oh man, I don't know why I feel like I might want to keep this for a recommendation video, because I would recommend it. Like I said, I like the commentary about abuse, but the overall book itself, not enough was going on for me. I don't know. I'm gonna put this one to the side for right now. The House We Grew Up In by Lisa Jewell. This is a drama. It's like a slow burn drama, like family drama about this dysfunctional family on Easter and like the things that happen to them. It was okay. Wasn't like the typical Lisa Jewell that I know and love. I just don't feel the need to hang on to this one anymore. Same with this next one, The Old Lady by Christopher Triana. This was a Patreon buddy read, and it was okay. I gave this one 3 stars. It was about this, unhinged woman named Tracy. She lives in this cabin, and there's a group of teenagers that get lost and are being chased by these like extremists, and they run into Tracy. I'm losing my voice. And Tracy's trying to, protect this girl and her friends, and like, it was okay. It was just very long. It was lots of action, guns, and like, it just wasn't typically the thing that I love. I do think it was really well written. I love Christopher Triana as an author, but this just wasn't one of my favorites of his. So I think I'm gonna unhaul. Then I have these next 2 thrillers here. The Collective by Allison Galen. This is a thriller that I read a while ago. Honestly, I don't remember anything about it, and that's why I'm unhauling it. I remember liking it, but it's about like a grieving mother, like her daughter was killed or something, and she's trying to get revenge. She goes on to like the dark web or something. I couldn't tell you a single thing about this book. I liked it, but there's no point in me like hoarding this on my shelf if I don't even remember it. And then same with the next one, The Golden Couple by Greer Hendricks and Sarah Pekkanen. Same thing with this one. Don't remember anything about it. I remember liking it, but it was just like a popcorn, easy, thriller. This woman is unfaithful to her husband, and then there's this therapist that lost her license. I don't know. I just read the synopsis of the book. I couldn't even tell you what this is about. I have no idea. I don't remember it. But if you're looking for thriller recs, I do remember liking both of these. I just don't remember them. So therefore, why are they here? I don't know. Apart in the Dark by Anya Alborn. I really like her as an author, as a general horror author. But this one is 2 novellas. The Pretty Ones and I Call Upon Thee. I remember liking The Pretty Ones. I think I gave it 4 stars. Do I remember it? No. I Call Upon Thee was like a haunted kind of story about ghosts and stuff, and I don't like those horror stories typically, so I didn't like that one. So it's like, what is the purpose of this sitting here? I don't know. Not Forever But For Now by Chuck Palahniuk. I tried reading this probably 8 times and DNF'd every single time, and I finally got to the point where I have accepted that I need to just DNF, get rid of this, and move on with my life. I typically like Chuck Palahniuk, but this one did not do it for me. It had horrible reviews on Goodreads, and a lot of people that I've spoken to also hated this one. I think I've only spoken to like 1 or 2 people that actually enjoyed this book, so I think this is just hopeless for me. The Prettiest Girl in the Grave by Christopher Triana. This is a limited edition, like signed hard copy. The only reason I'm unhauling this one is because I have 2. So I won like a contest, so he sent me one and then like wrote a personal message in the one, and then like this one is the other one that's just signed and numbered. So I might give this away to someone, and like I said, there were only 100 copies, I think, so there are only 250 copies in the world floating around, and I have 2 of them. So like, why am I being a selfish asshole? I'm just gonna get rid of the one. Next, I have a bunch of thrillers. Some of them I haven't read, but they've been sitting on my shelf for years and years and years. And when I talk to people, when I ask them like, hey, is this one worth reading? Because it was super popular back in the day, and now like I never hear about it anymore. Most people are like, no, like you'll live without reading it. So the first one is The Chain by Adrian McKinty. This is about like a child is kidnapped, and then a stranger says that in order to get your child back, you have to kidnap another child, and it just goes down the chain. I don't know, sounds interesting, but like I said, a lot of people told me that I can live without reading this one. So, and it's been sitting on my shelf for years. So yeah, I don't know. Out with the old, in with the new, I guess. The Island by Adrian McKinty. Oh my god, that's the same author. Maybe this is not an author for me, because I think I DNF'd this one. A lot of people really, really love this one. I was listening to the audiobook, which was horrible, by the way. Like, the voices were so bad. I hate audiobooks when they're doing, like, stupid accents. I don't, like, not real accents, but, like, faking accents. It just drives me absolutely insane. And this one, I don't know. I couldn't get into it. I don't know what it was. A lot of people really love this book, but I was just not very thrilled. And it's about, like, I don't know, these people are kidnapped on an island in Australia. Does Australia have islands? Is that a really stupid question? I don't know geography outside of the United States. So, I also don't leave my home. So, yeah. I don't know. I couldn't get into this one. There's no point in me keeping books that I like have DNFing. Oh, next we have Riley Sager. Oh my god, fucking Riley Sager. Dude, I used to love him. I used to be obsessed with him. Lock Every Door, love it. Fucking the green one, Home Before Dark, love it. I liked Final Girls when I first read it. Looking back, if I read it today, I would not like this book, so I am unhauling it. It's very slow, it's boring, predictable, the twist is horrible. If I read it today, it would not have been a 4-star, honey. Then, same with the next one, Survive the Night. If I read this one today, it would not have been a 4-star that I gave it when I first read it when it came out. Stupid female main character doing stupid things in order to move the plot along. Like, no, not a fan. Can't do it anymore. Then I have this one, The Whisper Man by Alex North. I never read this one. It's another one that's been sitting on my shelf for years and years and years, and it's gotten to the point that people are like, listen, you've lived this long without reading it. I don't think you need to read it. So, Whisper Man is just like the useless man. I don't know, he's giving me nothing. Then last but not least, I have 2 Simone St. James books that I have not read. I liked The Sundown Motel. I did not like The Book of Cold Cases, was that the name of it? And then I've owned the Broken Girls for like forever, but never read it. And everyone told me, oh, you are definitely going to hate that one, because I've gotten to a point in my life where I hate books about the paranormal. I'm just over them. I think it's overdone. I'm sick of it. So people were like, do not read that one, you will scream. And then the new one, I was like, I'm gonna pick it up on a whim from Book of the Month and just like try it out. Heard nothing but horrible reviews about this, and again, I just don't know if I'm into the paranormal thing anymore. And it's like, Meg, why did you buy this book then? I don't fucking know. Sometimes I get manic and I make poor decisions, and that's why I woke up this morning having an existential crisis, because I've made decisions like this, where I bought this freaking book, and then I panic that I need to pay my bills, and then I sit on my floor about to cry while doing a book unhaul in order to sell some of my books. So that's a very vulnerable portrait of my life that I just shared. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I'm gonna do a quick scan of my shelves and make sure that there's no more trash that has been hiding. And then we're gonna be done here. No, you know what? I think we're good right now. I think I'm in a good place. I think a lot of the books that I have, I can put into videos, either vlogs or recommendation videos. So I think we're in a good place with this unhaul. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video of me spiraling. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.